Our next film is the eagerly anticipated The King of Comedy, starring Robert De Niro as a crazed fan and would-be comic whose hero is a Johnny Carson-like talk show host played by Jerry Lewis. The film is eagerly anticipated because it was made by director Martin Scorsese, who, when he works with Robert De Niro in films like Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, has made some of the most compelling feature films in movie history. The King of Comedy is a very weird film, but it has a lot in common with Taxi Driver. Both are stories about outsiders who want to be insiders. In fact, Rupert Pupkin, Robert De Niro's character in The King of Comedy, has fantasies about being Jerry Lewis's friend. And this is one of his fantasies, that Jerry loves a tape of Rupert's jokes.
At least once in his life, every man is a genius. And I'll tell you something, Rup, it's going to be more than once in your life for you. It's going to be a number of times because you've got it. From what I've heard here, yeah, you've got it. And you're stuck with it. And I don't care if you wanted to get rid of it. You could. It's always going to be there. Now, I know there's no formula for it. I just don't know how you do it. And I'm not curious, mind you, because I want to use the material. I want you to understand that. I'm just curious because I don't know how you do it. I really have to ask you that. How do you do it?
I think it's that I look at my whole life and I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny. It just happens. But what about the first few one-liners? Were they strong enough? I wasn't
strong enough?
No.
If they were any strong, you'd hurt yourself. They're marvelous, you daffy bastard. Leave them alone. They're beautiful. I remember a man said, listen to me. A man said something very profound some years ago, which I later originated. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, you want to know how I know it's so good?
Yes.
Because I envy you. I hate you, but I envy you because it's purity, it's marvelous, it's humor based on you. No one else could do it but you.
It's a wonderful, wild scene. I love everyone in this movie talks like they've been on a TV show. That's just a fantasy scene, but in order to make it come true, Rupert Pupkin goes to great lengths to impress Jerry Langford, the Jerry Lewis character in the film. Rupert begins hounding Jerry at Jerry's office, and he won't take a polite no from Jerry's ice school secretary, Shelley Hack.
I bet you have a tape for me.
Right here.
Okay. What's your name on it? All right, we'll listen to it and get it back to you just as soon as we can.
Thank you very much. When Jerry finds a moment, good. Thank you. When will that be?
Actually, you can try me tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow. We might know something by then. Otherwise, Monday.
Monday? Well, Miss Long, you know, I think what I might do is just wait here a while. Maybe Jerry will find a minute.
Mr. Pupkin, you're really just wasting your time. We're not going to know anything until tomorrow at the earliest.
That's really all right. I don't mind. I'm not wasting my time. I'm glad to do it. It's important to me, so I really don't mind.
It'll probably be Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
Well, I'll still wait. Really, I don't mind. It's okay.
Tell you what. Well, why don't you try me tomorrow afternoon for sure?
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What time tomorrow?
4:30.
4:30?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank Jerry.
I will.
Now, so far what you've seen is just slightly crazy behavior, but like most of Martin Scorsese's films, the behavior gets more and more desperate as the film progresses. And sure enough, Rupert and another crazy fan hatch a plan to kidnap Jerry and ransom him so that Rupert can do the opening monologue on Jerry's show. The King of Comedy is not an easy film to like. It's about a desperate schnook who acts like a jerk, and unlike De Niro's character in Taxi Driver, we don't really ever feel the pain in Rupert that pushes him over the edge. At the same time, however, and this is why I really enjoyed the film, I like the film's focus on the creeping television culture in this country, the desire for celebrity, and the talk show as our favorite medium of dialogue. Rupert is the product of the TV world, and that's why I enjoyed his story, even though I don't know how many others will.
I don't know how many other people will like it either. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it in the sense that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And yet I had to see it again. I saw it the first time and I said, I hate this film. Then it wouldn't leave my mind. And for 3 or 4 weeks after I saw a preview, I thought there was something about this film that I'm not relating to. And I went back to see it again. I admired it more the second time. I think that what I was resisting was the fact that it is so cold.
That's right.
So cynical. It does not deliver on an entertainment level. It doesn't have any of the payoffs that we want from a kidnap picture. It is an idea picture, and on that basis, it's very interesting.
I think it's very interesting. I liked it at the entertainment level. I mean, there are scenes in there that made me laugh. This is not a pleasant guy, and the question is, I think for a filmmaker is, you know, they always say you have to like your characters. I don't think Scorsese likes this Rupert Pupkin, I don't think
Doesn't like
anybody...
anyone in this film.
No, and I'm afraid that that's the difficulty of this picture, to appreciate it, is that there's no one that's very likable in it. But obviously the point of the film is that television is affecting everybody.
Well, here's another thing. Now, Scorsese's films have always been so filled with life. You know, he's been this Italian-American from New York, and the films are always a riot of action and movement and music.
Big music.
And energy and passion. In this film, it's the music in that last scene is just, and the cold, isolated atmosphere of that waiting room sets the tone for the whole film.
That's obviously what he sees is going on. We're going from lively music in his early films, rock and roll, to music.
So in a way, the more I'm turned off, in a way, the better the film is working.
That's the way it worked for me.
Yeah.
It worked for me. I enjoyed